All right, what is up everyone? Today we've got kind of a special video. We're doing a little course preview of a tournament coming this Saturday, so let's get into it. So like I said, we're doing a little course preview on the Timp course that will be played the second round of the Ozark Dam Open this Saturday. Like it is a Timp course, so I think it's literally here. Today's Thursday. It's here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think Sunday after that they're taking it down. So I'm gonna play it. This is mostly for people that, one, either played it without the baskets. They just used to have flags in the ground where the baskets were. So it's for those people, or for people that aren't gonna make it out here to be able to practice before Saturday. They can kind of see how it plays. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm probably not gonna talk a whole lot because if you're gonna watch this for the course preview, you probably don't care. I'm just gonna give some hole breakdowns and then maybe kind of talk about good spots, bad spots to be on the hole. But other than that, that'll probably be it. It is on UDisc, so if you do watch this and you want to make it out here, they do have it on UDisc, so you can find all the locations. I was worried about that when I got here, but I just thought I'd check anyways, and it is. So hole one is a par 3, 350. It is playing all the way uphill, so it's probably playing like every bit of I would probably say 375-ish. So it's a pretty good pump, especially for a starting hole here, but we're gonna see. There is the basket for reference up at the top of the hill there. All right, I don't typically warm up before these videos, so I'm gonna go one forehand, one backhand, and we'll move on. That gets through the tree there. Nope. All right, that was close. I did fail to mention hole one is OB, road, and beyond. I think the rocks you're okay, but on the road and past you're out. Yeah, I think unless you have like really, really good distance, a 3 is gonna be just fine on this hole. That's about all I could ask for out of a backhand, fresh out of the car. We're gonna go backhand, pyro standstill. Oh, it's gotta get up. Yeah. All right, hole 2 is 271 feet. It looks like it's just gonna be kind of a big, like hyzer forehand or backhand turnover. There's a big dark like bushy tree in the middle of the fairway. I think you have to get like just around that to get to the basket. OB as road and beyond, but the road is like way, way, way to the left. So that's like, that's a pretty bad shot if you end up over there. But I'm gonna try the forehand line and just try to push this one tree in the middle. I'm gonna hit that one tree in the middle. Oh. All right, so I think that was really good. That was exactly what I wanted to do, just push that tree and fade in front, so we'll see. All right, you couldn't see the basket from the tee pad, but this tree that I went in front of, it looks like you actually kind of want to go behind because it's sitting just behind. So something that fades or turns right behind this tree should be good. So I'm about 20 feet into the woods and I thought I threw a good shot. So definitely something like you might as well just play it out wide because at least you'll be in the short grass and not the woods. Oh, okay. Wasn't bad. Hole 3's basket. I think you can just see the top of it there. Hole 3, 306 feet. You are kind of, it's like up the hill and then kind of back down at levels. Like you're throwing pretty much level to where the basket is sitting. So I think it should fly pretty true. It looks a little bit further than 306, but again, that is just with the uphill. So OB is road and beyond. This tall stuff on the right, I believe, is okay. I'm gonna throw this same disc I threw on the last hole out wide and just hopefully not hit that pole. I'm gonna square it, get around. All right, definitely in circle, but I think I'm short. Actually was quite a bit short. I don't know, I don't have a range, so I can't see if like this is really playing longer than 300, but it's probably close. It's just my fault. Fade, please. Yeah. All right, hole 4 is kind of the first beast of a hole, it looks like. Par 3, 775 feet. You are kind of throwing off a bit of a cliff, so I guess that's fine. But you're basically throwing down and back up. It's sitting right in between these two power lines, kind of at the top of the hill. It's short of them, but like if you're looking at it, it's right in between them. There is no OB on this hole, so if you get off the fairway at all, that definitely sucks. I would just say throw your biggest shot that's gonna stay in the fairway. Don't try to go too crazy, because I think 3 is definitely gonna be good on this hole. I can't imagine anyone getting a birdie, but all right, I'm gonna go forehand because I think that's gonna get me the furthest, plus it's gonna be the easiest for me to, I think, knock on wood, get me in the fairway. Oh, have mercy, that's so gone. Which tree? Yeah, it's almost worth throwing like some control driver just straight. I was trying to throw that one into Manheiser and I didn't. I am gonna go one more just so I hopefully have something to play from. That's not gonna be killer in the woods. That's way better. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I probably threw that 450 feet, but going back up the hill, it's gonna feel like the exact same because I'm at like the bottom. If you threw something that could get flat, you know, from where we're at on the tee pad, that would be like, I mean, that would be a huge shot, so I actually don't know if that's like feasible, but it's gonna be a long second coming in. All right, I just looked at what Russ, so I've been looking at UDisc. I was just looking at what Russ posted on Facebook, the pictures of the hole layout. This is in fact a par 5. Makes me feel a whole lot better about the hole because I have another huge shot into the basket and I really don't think I was gonna get par for 3 there. Par 5, it plays so much easier now that I understand that it's a par 5. I felt so much pressure on the tee shot to get down there because I was like, I gotta get there in 3, but par 5, I'm stupid. Oh my gosh, that's gonna cut into the woods. Man, if there's one thing I'm really bad at, it's throwing forehands uphill. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna try a really flippy backhand and see if it just kind of goes straight for me. Yeah, all right. I mean, realistically, about the same distance. The backhand just looked way better. I think you can definitely see the basket. I just spent about 15 minutes in the woods looking for my disc, which for those math people out there is about 5 times longer than you have in a tournament to look for one, so stay away from the woods. Oh, that's just fine. Oh, that's putting. From best shot, 1, 2, 3. Best shot, I have a putt for birdie. Little 15-footer for a best shot birdie. Oh, thank goodness. Wow, that didn't sound like anything when I hit the chains. All right, I believe we're on to the signature hole here. Hole 5, it is a par 5, 1,249 feet. I think it's straight all the way down. It looks like it finishes kind of right near the road that you drive in to get to the course on. We have OB over the retaining wall and beyond, which I believe is by the street, and then on or under any building. There's like a little warehouse and then a couple houses down to the right. So if you're anywhere over there, on them or under them, I guess, you're out of bounds. Woods is not OB still, which is fine. It'd be nice to get, I guess, bailed out. I'd almost rather take a stroke and get to play back in the fairway than throw 3 times from inside the woods. But again, much like the last hole, throw your straightest disc out in the middle of the fairway and play from there. I think I'm gonna go backhand first and just get something in the middle, because I think I'd rather be on the high side and be able to kind of play down the hill still. So something that's gonna fade back to the top side of the hill. Oh, get stable. Oh my gosh, it is. All right, complete opposite of what I was trying to do. However, it is in the fairway, and I love that. We're gonna throw 1 forehand too, because I really don't feel like I've been throwing them super well right now. Oh my gosh. Please get knocked down. Oh, that came out incredibly early. First shot, best shot. Feels good. I think I'm gonna try forehand again, because I just need to freaking figure it out. But I'm gonna go forehand, because actually I think I like the low side better. It's a little flatter over here where you're kind of throwing like slanted from the top side of the hill. I think I'm just gonna try to go like flat to hyzer. I'm gonna throw it at the woods and let it fade, and hopefully not be too much like behind this building on the right, but something where maybe I can hopefully crest the hill and still see the basket. Oh, finally threw a good shot. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Get over the hill. Ah, not quite. I think I still should be able to see the basket from there, hopefully. All right, looking at it now, there's definitely a lot of guys that throw further than me. So I think like a lot of the bigger arm guys are gonna be able to kind of get down to where it opens up more. So T-pad is up there and you're throwing straight. I think this is definitely like down in this area is definitely in range for a lot of those bigger arm guys. All right, so here's my disc. And again, I don't have a rangefinder, which is tough, but there's the warehouse kind of thing there. Then the basket is straight all the way kind of down towards the road, another big shot. So it definitely does reward like a big shot off the tee. I think that can get, 450 distance. I'm gonna try to throw the same forehand I just did kind of out towards the woods and let it kind of fade back. I don't know how far the basket is, so that is kind of tough, but we're gonna see. Surely I won't make it there because that looks a long ways, but it is downhill. Oh, stay up, please. And get stable. Gotta skip. I'm way to the left. I think I'm safe, so that's really all I care about at this point. So I believe 1 off the tee, 2, 3. This is for 4, so ideally I'm tapping in for a par here. I'm just gonna lay up a berg, but I think this definitely reward. If you can throw it straight 300 feet, you should have no problem with this hole. If you throw more than 400 and you can throw straight, should be a fairly easy hole. It's just super long. Definitely leaving myself a little tester for par here. All right, a couple quick thoughts. I'm on hole 6, and I feel like I'm moving. It took me a while to play 5, but I feel like I'm moving, and I guess I did look for a disc, but I'm on hole 6. I've been playing for almost an hour. So this one is gonna take quite a bit of time to play. I've enjoyed it so far. It's just a long course, at least elevation-wise. Hole 6 is 351 feet. There's OB long that's marked by white paint. I think it's straight this way is what the map looks like, but you can't see the basket from here. And you're kind of running uphill on the tee shot. So I'm throwing something a little more understable than I normally would backhand, just to try to compensate for that. That gets over that hill. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty short, I think. It is playing slightly uphill. All right, I mean, realistically, I think if I get that disc higher, I'm getting closer to kind of these poles, these power lines, but just left it short, so I am well short. Outside circle 2. I don't know if these flowers are OB or not. I'll check on that in a second. Please get around that. Well, I did land in the flowers, so we'll see. Technically, I don't think I'm out. There's no line painted yet, but I can only assume it's gonna be everything down this hill. But yeah, so that hole, for those that have that 350 power, I would definitely play something that's gonna get like probably 330-ish, and then have the putt. The OB was maybe like at most 15 feet behind the basket, so probably gonna be pretty easy to go long. All right, basket is straight away there. All right, hole 7 is 222. Nice straight shot. I definitely think it favors kind of a forehand that fades back in, or if you have the straight backhand, you can definitely do that. There is kind of a small gap for like a backhand hyzer, probably the riskiest gap out here. If you're throwing forehand, definitely the one thing to miss is that big stump in the middle of the fairway. It is slightly uphill. I bet it plays 230 to 235. I'm going justice here on forehand. Go in. Oh, all right, I like that. I'm gonna throw one backhand line just to, let's see. Really good kick off that. Definitely gonna be my tournament play there. All right, I believe this is hole 8. We've got par 3, 201 feet. It says 195 on the thing Russ posted, so between 195 and 200. Probably going to be the same disc anyways. Most likely 100% a backhand, just hyzer. There's a big tree that's kind of sitting right at the bend. I think you want to fade in front of that, it looks like, and then the basket just kind of sits up and to the left. I definitely think higher is better. It's a little riskier, but to get to the basket, it's better. Or if you're a low skip guy, that might work too. Oh, it's gonna be too tight, I think. It got through. I think I'm gonna be short, but I think it was a good shot. I'm gonna go up in speed just a little bit and see if that's any better. I definitely think that's better. All right, kind of tough here. I mean, I'm inside circle, but it is a lot of trees. I think low key, if you have it, something that's understable that you just throw flat and let it flex, I think that's the easiest shot, like at like a ace run. But I mean, this is just fine, except for this dead tree that's in my way. I'll stay up. All right, hole 9, 192, very similar shot. You could probably almost throw the same disc. This one's just a bit straighter and it plays a little bit uphill. No OB, we're in the woods now. I think we're in the woods for the next several, it looks like. So ideally, I'm throwing zone here. I'm like a touch of turn probably, especially because we're playing uphill. And I'm just gonna try to play it on the right side and let it fade to the left. And then if it flattens out towards the middle. Yeah, pretty sure that one's under the basket. Need a lot of these on Saturday, that's for sure. All right, hole 10, 156. He's given us a lot of these little kind of ace runs, very tempting in the woods. I'm gonna throw an actual shot, like what I would do for a tournament, and then my second one, I'm gonna try to run it. Tight fairway, it's probably gonna be like a soft putter shot for most people, forehand or backhand, just whichever one you prefer. There's no OB. I think the woods comes in pretty quick behind, so you can maybe land something short and let it scoot up. But I think my initial play is just gonna be like standstill berg, kind of right at it. It just falls. Yeah, I think that's right under the basket as well. All right, now we can have some fun. We're gonna go zone, throw it pretty hard and try to get there. I maybe just did it. Oh, right in front. All right, I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna knock on wood as I'm doing it, but I think these are probably gonna be some of the must-gets on the course. Just because a lot of the holes, they're not gonna be hard to par, but you do have to throw really, really, really good shots to get there. All right, berg, definitely the play. I'm not even gonna putt that out. Hole 11, a couple things about hole 11. One, it's 234 feet. You're basically just following the gravel road and it's kind of sitting up in there. Definitely overstable something, whether that be in the air or skips. It's all just gonna funnel that way if you throw backhand. Another thing that is important, the walk from 10 to 11 crosses in front, like right in front of the tee pad of hole 5. So just make sure when you're walking there that no one else is throwing. In the tournament, you should probably see them or at least hear them. So shouldn't be a problem. Figured I'd let you know. Oh, it's gonna be short. No, that actually got a really good skip. I think ideally throw that like 4 feet, 5 feet to the right. That's like a perfect shot, but that's still gonna be circle 1, definitely. All right, I was a little mistaken on the pin placement. I kind of thought it was in the path, which hindsight being 2020 doesn't make sense because I'm sure they have people coming through here the rest of the week. But so it's off. So I push the inside trees. You should probably push kind of more the outside trees and fade in front. It should kind of funnel into the grass or right on the edge of the gravel there. But so I'm definitely outside circle, but I'm not far away by any means. Oh, that's better. All right, hole 12, par 3, 262, straight off the tee box here. I believe there's no OB. You're throwing up over this hill, and then it's probably I would say it's like in between 30 and 40 feet down the hill. So I would throw something that's gonna fly like 260 over the hill, and then as it's falling, you should get that extra distance to push. So I'm gonna throw forehand and backhand because I think I'd rather throw forehand, but it definitely lines up more for just a straight backhand, so we're gonna try both. All right, we're gonna go backhand first. Oh, and yank it. Got over the hill. I bet that's gonna be circle's edge somewhere, but has the distance for sure. I'm gonna try to muscle the berg there. I don't know if I can get it there, but we're gonna try. I actually think that's gonna be too far. And it faded. I think I got that little flatter, would have been fine, but backhand is probably gonna be the best play. I went a little deep. I think I'm still technically in circle, which is fine, but I think I threw a mid, I threw a hex, but I think had I thrown like a putter or something, I'd be a little bit closer. So I probably will throw a putter. Get up. Ah. There we go. Now distance. All right, hole 13, we're playing back up the hill, 231 feet. It is playing on an island, so anything short to the side or long of this, like this path here is OB. So play a little harder, but 231 definitely manageable. All right, shout out the maintenance crew out here, the guys that put in the baskets. Talked with a couple of them, asked me how the course was playing, and they brought me some like freezing cold Gatorade. So shout out to those guys. The course is playing really fun now, but let's continue. I actually feel so much better now that I got some drinks in me. I didn't have anything, so I was kind of dying. All right, I'm gonna go forehand here. I'm gonna go fairway too, like stable fairway, just because it is playing uphill. It's probably playing closer to 250. I'm just gonna try to miss this darker tree on the left that's in the island, and it should just kind of funnel back to the basket. Well, I certainly missed it by a lot. I'm gonna throw backhand. I'm safe, but could be a lot better. Same way, I'm going stable fairway. Play it out kind of flat over the road, ideally, and let it fade back. Need to go stable enough. Man, okay, so that's a good shot. Pin high. However, I just kind of yanked it a bit. All right, more stable. Well, all right, I think that's gonna be as good as it gets right now. I am dripping in sweat. FX2 is pretty deep. Last shot, best shot here with the Undertaker. I definitely think, at least for me, I'll probably still go forehand. You just have so much more of the island to hit should you throw a bad shot, because I did, and I'm still on somewhere over there. But I'll probably just throw really stable, like I might even throw like Captain's Raptor just really, really hard and see if it skips up here. But for now, we're in the circle. All right, we can finally let it eat on the back nine. Hole 14, par 3, 448 feet, plays way downhill. There's like a greenhouse. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but when you're playing, there's a greenhouse. It looks like it's a good ways short of that, but OB is on anything on that greenhouse. So I'm gonna play a forehand and hopefully just sneak through this line of trees, and it should kind of funnel towards the basket, it looks like. So far, I think I hit a tree down towards the end. A little more turn than I wanted. I think had I faded in front of the tree that I hit kind of at the bottom, would have funneled right to the basket. I'm gonna throw one more and just more stable. I'm gonna go Halo Destroyer with less turn and see if I can get something to crash really hard. Oh, that was it too. Dang it. Backhand's gonna be tough. Backhand's gonna have to be some kind of turnover through these that kind of stays and flattens out maybe towards the end of the flight. I think had I faded, I hit this guy. Had I faded maybe in front, I could have got a skip. I still would have been a little bit short. Really, number one is just to get out there, even if you're kind of short in the fairway, way easier than playing from first available. But Jump putt here. Oh, geez. Sit down. Wow, okay. It's nice to know I have that kind of distance on a jump putt. That one's gonna be short that time. All right, there is the basket. All right, hole 15, fun one here. 354 feet, it's sitting up, I'll show you, like take a zoom in of it. It's sitting up, it looks like it's sitting up on a storm shelter, it says. OB is gonna be on the garage or in the house. So anything short, on path or anything, it looks like you're good. He did say, please don't fall off the storm shelter. That's what the basket is sitting on. It looks like there's some mulch or dirt or something on top of it. So I guess be careful. Get off that tree, please. Yes. Wow. That was really good. All right, I'm gonna go one backhand too. Also, I just kind of thought about it. I've probably been in the way for some of these shots, so I apologize if I have been. I just don't think to get out of the way. I just watch it fly. So that's on me. Little shorter than the forehand, but still not a bad shot. Definitely gonna be a scary green to kind of run unless you're sitting right up on it, just because I think it does. I mean, you hit short, it could roll down, and I think it's the same on the other side. And there's not much to lay up on top of, so you just gotta hope it goes in. Oh, and it's sad. There we go. Hole 16 is right there. All right, hole 16, 264. OB is on or beyond the road. Shouldn't come into play. I guess it could roll. It would have to be really long, but there's the OB. For me, it's just gonna be a forehand out wide. They do have the backhand line. There's just kind of one tree to miss on the right side, but shouldn't be a problem for how short the hole is. A lot of wobble. Go in. Oh my gosh. That was close. I might have rolled a little bit. It kind of popped up, but we'll see. It definitely is very possible to go long. The basket's probably 30 to 35 feet from the road, and it definitely could roll. Like, I think I landed deep anyways, but mine rolled to probably about circle's edge deep. So OB definitely is very possible. Oh, kind of thought that got there. There we go. Ah. There's the basket. Hole 17, 289. OB is on or beyond road. It looks like it's playing slightly downhill, so it might play just a touch shorter. But I'm gonna throw it as if it's 289 and see what happens. It's probably right at 289 feet. I'm gonna throw one backhand too. It's probably the riskier play, at least for me. I just don't want something that's gonna hyzer out into the road, or hit this Jeep. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I don't know. I hit the pole, so either one works apparently. This is it, hole 18, par 3, 328, blind tee shot, which is a little unfortunate for like a finishing hole, but it looks like this darker tree in the middle, it looks like it's sitting a little bit behind and to the right of that. So maybe something that hits that tree or fades right in front or behind you should be around the circle, I believe. But OB, it's actually not listed on Russ's thing. So I assume OB is probably the road or whatever, but that's a long, long, long ways down there. So we're gonna go destroyer, hyzer, try to get something to spike in there. I probably could go fairway, but I think especially it being the last hole, I'd rather be long and be able to see the basket, then potentially be short. So. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I think I'm playing it too wide though. I'm gonna go destroyer again, but I think I'm gonna try to play it. I threw to the left of that pole. I think I'm gonna throw it to the right and try to hit that little triangle somewhere. I missed a triangle, but I think that's gonna be a much better shot actually. All right, walking down, you can finally see the basket in the middle. Yeah, I think if you're throwing forehand, you want to fade in front of the left tree. If you're throwing backhand, you want to fade behind the right tree, and then it should just funnel towards the basket. I think ideal line is right through that triangle for the forehand. Backhand is definitely something that fades after that tree on the right, but gotta love little 10, 12 footers to finish the round. Yeah, so that is it for the Temp course preview for the Ozark Dam Open on Saturday. If you're not signed up, you need to be signed up. If you watch this video and you're not able to get out and practice, hopefully this kind of shows you the course well enough before you come out and play Saturday. I hope to see a lot of you guys out there. If you're not in the area, I'm sorry, this course is only gonna be here for like 4 days. So that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Ozark Mountain Discs to the Moon. We'll see ya.